Hey, good morning there, Black Oak family. Ryan Ledden coming to you with our weekly edition of Breakfast with Black Oak. We want to welcome all clients, new and old, that have been watching this for the first time or watching this for a few years since COVID when we started to do this. Again, when they're short videos, we just like to send these out instead of market updates, emails, things like that. I just like doing the video, and many of you tune in consistently. So we want to welcome all new clients. Again, you may work with myself, you may work with Parnick out in Cartersville. You may work with Damon, who's in our office here. You may work with Autumn, who's in our office here as well. Mr. Rick Howard, who's new to the firm, and he's mainly in this office here when he's in this area. And then we got Mr. Nick down in Macon. So again, you may work with one of those advisors, but we are all on a team. Again, still getting used to this new microphone, so hopefully it is not annoyingly loud. It should be much clearer, and it's a new video camera. Should be a little more clear than the one before. So had to upgrade all these things now with the radio show that premiered this past Sunday, and I set my alarm on Sunday morning to listen to the radio show. So it's kind of surreal to hear yourself on FM station that is so widely broadcast throughout the Atlanta area. But again, hopefully the first show of many. I enjoy doing it, but really not a whole lot different than my podcast. So again, we have this video, which is Breakfast with Black Oak. It's only clients. That's it. I have my podcast, which you can download on Apple or Google Play, whatever you get your podcast from. But now I just recorded my first video podcast. So we're going to be pushing more and more people to our YouTube channel. So you just go to YouTube and just type in Black Oak Asset Management, and you should find us. So they're going to be podcasts, but video, and they'll be shorter snippets. They'll be like 10 to 12 minutes long, as opposed to just an audio podcast that's 20 to 25, maybe even 30 at the most. So again, YouTube is just where more and more people are at, where you can find people, and you can find us there. So we'll be, I'll announce when those will start coming out, but we're going through all the editing right now and compliance. And anyway, so we'll let you know when those videos are up. There's some videos on there now, but the consistency of the video podcast will be up. So again, trying something new in 2025, just another way to kind of share who we are and what we stand for. And obviously they're open to anyone out there, obviously clients, but then just anyone out there, prospects who are looking for a certain subject or a certain title. That's what will come up when they search that in YouTube. So again, it was a good week for that. Obviously, we had some big events this week. We had the inauguration earlier this week. We had Snowmageddon or whatever you want to call it. It's crazy how the snow. I mean, you just never know with the weather. I mean, I didn't see a drop of snow, and I live in Cumming, and this office here is in northern part of Alpharetta, and we didn't see anything. It was just crazy. And then you see these pictures of people on the beach down in Florida and the Gulf, and even South Georgia, who again, the northern part of Georgia usually gets way more snow. So it was just crazy. And even Andrea, who works here, she lives in Gwinnett, and they had just cars on the side of the roads everywhere. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, it was kind of nuts. But we didn't feel any effects of it other than my kids having 2 days of online learning, which again, so having Damon in here, being a former superintendent, you get some really good insight on why these decisions are made, and I get why, especially with online learning. Sometimes it's just a safer bet just to say, you know what, we're just going to do online learning because somebody gets hurt, gets in an accident, then yeah, that's not good for the leaders of that county, especially the superintendent. And coming from a former superintendent, it's pretty interesting to hear. So yeah, the weather, inauguration, first radio show. We had our tax webinar, tax planning webinar this week. About almost 90 of you signed up, so that's awesome. You didn't have to attend, like I told you. You did not have to be on there, but if you signed up, you got the recording for it. So it was very informative, and it was awesome. So I'm glad we could share that with you guys. We'll be doing more and more of those throughout the year. But that's kind of all we got right now. Things are moving along here. Knees sort of getting better slowly but surely. Again, I appreciate everyone still reaching out for that. But it is what it is. It's just a slow recovery. So that's kind of not fun for me to deal with. But anyway, hope everyone has a great week. Obviously, the December stock market wasn't great, and it's kind of recovered itself a little bit in January. Again, we're in this for the long haul when it comes to stuff like this. We know that we rebalance, we look for opportunities, we look for when markets are down. What buying opportunities can we do? That's what we're here, and that's why you pay us to be on your team when it comes to your investments in your retirement. So again, tax time's coming up. Some of you have signed up with us in our partner firm to do the tax planning, tax preparation. So we appreciate that. We'll continue each year to expand that a little bit more. More to come on that as far as filing extensions, but there's no definitive date and time. So if you get to a point where you need to file extension, that could be another opportunity to take advantage of the partnership that we have to prepare your taxes. But again, more to come on that later down the road. So everyone have a good weekend, and we look forward to chatting again this time next Friday. Have a good weekend, everybody.